How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and it's time for me to review the new Panic at the Disco album, Viva Las Vengeance. Now, is it totally fair to call this Brendan Urie solo project Panic at the Disco? I personally don't think so, but for the sake of everything holy, let's just call it Panic at the Disco. I'm actually a huge fan of Panic, even after Brendan became the last remaining member. I've been a defender of the last few albums, they're just fun, good times. Now, how do I feel about this new record? Well, I can personally say it's definitely my least favorite Panic album. It's not a terrible record, it just hasn't been an album to stick with me yet, which is a shame for a Panic album. When the first single came out, the title track, I actually really enjoyed it. I love the melody and the verses, the guitar throughout the track, and I love what Brendan's saying on here. Most people that have heard the song enjoyed it for the most part, but were cautious on what the direction and sound Brendan was heading for. I was in that boat too, so I was getting excited for the album, but remained very cautious. Middle of a Breakup came shortly after, and it didn't grab my attention right away. I love the instrumentals, but the lyrics don't do anything for me. I start to notice throughout this album that there's a strong Queen influence throughout the album. More noticeably on the song God Killed Rock and Roll, with its multiple parts and the Brian May style crunchy guitars and the amount of high notes Brendan plays throughout most of the album. I get that Brendan's great at it, but it's like, we get it, bro. Don't Let the Light Go Out actually grew on me a bit since I first heard it. The background vocals complement the pre-chorus nicely and causes a nice build-up for that chorus. With this album, I get a big musical theater vibe with it, with the way the background vocals repeat a lot of phrases Brendan is singing, and repeating the chorus and the way the instruments and Brendan go back and forth. It almost kind of reminds me of a Glee episode, but unfortunately, one of the filler episodes. Star Spangled Banner, on the other hand, has a chorus and verses that don't go hand in hand at all in my opinion. On one side you have a chanting sing-along anthem, and on the other you have an up-tempo jazz verse, and I think that would have worked on a different song. Honestly, after a few listens with this record, I had a feeling that it was starting to grow on me a bit with songs like Don't Let the Light Go Out, God Killed Rock and Roll, and Say It Louder, but after the halfway point with Sugar Soaker and Something About Maggie, that's where the record loses me. I do enjoy the track Sad Clown. I love how weird and bombastic it is, and the chorus is actually catchy. It's a track that stands out. I will say though that the album wraps up nicely with the song Do It to Death. I love when the key changes and you have that beautiful string section and Brendan brings back the refrain from the title track, making everything full circle, and it actually sounds very nice. I absolutely love it. It actually made me emotional, not gonna lie. Overall, not a terrible album by any means, and it is something different and new that Panic at the Disco are known for pulling off on every album, but this album and I have a weird relationship. I'm thinking a strong 5 out of 10 for Viva Las Vengeance by Panic at the Disco. So have you heard this album yet? Did you love this album, or did it make you want to shut it off? Tell me all that and your favorite songs in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all very shortly. Take care, everyone.